This is Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com, and today I'll be sharing with you some alternate project ideas I came up with using the contents of the October 2015 My Paper Pumpkin kit from Stampin' Up, titled Blissful Bouquet. In this kit, you get enough supplies to make 9 beautiful cards, 3 of these 3 different styles. As always, you can follow the directions given in the kits to create fabulous fun projects or cards, or you can go beyond and change up the kit contents to create something completely outside the paper pumpkin box, as I'll be showing you in my video today. And speaking of boxes, this month our kit came in a pink box. Every subscriber helped to donate to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation this month. Thank you to all of you who subscribed. Stampin' Up! Includes everything that you'll need in these paper pumpkin kits. Besides the stamps and the ink that you can continue to use in future projects, you'll also get the pre-cut and scored papers, embellishments, special adhesives, and full step-by-step directions with photos, and a link to a how-to video to help you assemble the projects as shown. Lots of product for only $19.95 per month, and even as low as $17.95 per month if you purchase 12 months worth at once. And that includes the shipping. These kits are so affordable. Plus, I love the surprise. It's like getting a birthday gift in my mailbox each month. There's really no excuse not to get signed up. Besides being super affordable, they're compact, so you don't need to have a craft room to house them. They give you 30 minutes of creative therapy, they make perfect gifts, they are great for any age, any gender, and if you don't like the projects inside, you can find lots of other ideas out there on the internet that will inspire you, I promise. Plus, if you subscribe with me as your demonstrator, I'll send you extra ideas that are exclusive to my subscribers only. Be sure you're getting your kits because each month I bring you all sorts of fun projects in my YouTube videos and in photos on my blog. These are just some examples. Plus, if you're one of my personal Paper Pumpkin subscribers, I'll share with you even more ideas privately. I'm ready to share my alternate ideas in this video, so let's get started. Keep in mind that most of the extra tools that I use can be purchased from me in my online store. Thanks to the internet, Pinterest, Google searches, and now Facebook through the Paper Pumpkin fan club group, you can find lots of alternate card layout ideas. So my focus for this kit will be more towards gift ideas, 3D projects, memory keeping pages, that sort of thing. And in my attempt to make your viewing time faster, I've split my projects into 2 videos this month, so be sure to see both. My first project for this video will be a little tag for a treat. And so for this project, I'm going to be using items from the kit, the dimensionals, the gold stickers, stamps and ink, of course, my clear block, which I'm going to substitute for my more ergonomic clear block. I'm also substituting the ink pad because it'll go faster for me for stamping. Of course, the little note card because of the white paper. We've got this pretty round circular printed paper that I'm going to use, and then some twine. The additional products that I'm going to bring in are my handy dandy trimmer. Everyone needs the paper trimmer, even if you're not a crafter, you need a paper trimmer. Scissors, my snail adhesive, which is just a type of adhesive we have, and then I've got a couple punches. I've got the 1 1/4 inch punch, the circles, and then the 1 3/8 inch circle punch. Now what I did to make kind of a little guide for me is I punched on some scrap paper 4 circles because I wanted to see if I could get all 4 of these flowers punched out with this 1 1/4 inch circle punch. Now it would have been wiser for me to punch them out of vellum, but I didn't do that, so I just tried to space them on this paper to see if I could actually get them all out, and I believe I can. So I went ahead and I punched out, turning your punch upside down, I punched out one of these circles already from another sheet, and I stuck on one of my gold foil stickers, one of the leaves. Okay, then I took my small note card and my trimmer, and you'll notice that this note card is 3 inches by 6 inches. So to trim it into 4 pieces, I just had to trim each piece at 1 1/4 by 3 inches. So I just went slice, 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 and I could get 4 of these tags out of one note card. So I have done that now, and I've already pre-stamped it. I used the thanks, and you could use any of these messages. They all fit really well in that area. Thinking of you, thanks, congrats. And then I stamped a couple of the leaves off to the side here. This is where my little circle piece is going to lie, but it doesn't quite stand out enough. So I am going to take my envelope scraps, because I don't use all my envelopes up, because I make all these alternate projects. So I'm going to use one of these. Oops, forgot to tell you, I'm also using the envelope from the kit. And using my 1 3/8 inch circle punch, I'm going to punch out one of those little scrap pieces. This I will layer right behind my flower. So let's go ahead and do that. Add some adhesive to the back side here and put that on here like that. Now it stands out really well on here. So let's go ahead and put our candy treat together. I'm using these rock candy suckers. These are left over from a birthday party that we recently had. We had a dinosaur themed birthday party for my oldest. Yeah, he wanted kind of a Jurassic Park kind of thing going on. And so I got rock candy thinking that would be really cool. But neither of my boys liked it, so we ended up having a lot of this left over. I'm using a double amount of twine here, so I just put 2 lengths of twine and wound it around a few times. You can use as much or as little as you want, just so that you can get them tied together. And it depends on your candy too, right? So then the next step is to use a couple of the dimensionals, and we're just going to lay those right here. And then we'll just take one of the strands from our bow here, lay our string down like that, and then our flower right on top. How easy is that? Just a quick, easy way to give a thank you gift to somebody, and hey, to get rid of candy that you don't like in your house. Next. The colors that go really well with this kit are Calypso Coral, Old Olive, and in my opinion, Crushed Curry. Now, some people are also saying that Hello Honey is a good match, but if you look really closely, you can hardly tell those two yellows apart. So I guess it depends on your own kit, but I thought that the Crushed Curry was a better match in my kit. Either or. So, on that note, what are we adding to this next project? Well, we're going to do the 12 by 12 traditional scrapbook page layout. Yay! One of my favorite parts of my videos is doing those. And so I've got some items from the kit that I'll be using on these pages, and if you're following along with me, you can pull out these pieces as well. Pretty much I took one of everything. I've got the Sahara Sand, that's the other color, sorry, Sahara Sand. I've got that card, I've got one of the white note cards, I have one of the yellow or Crushed Curry note cards, and then I've got this Calypso Coral envelope, got these printed paper pieces, these 2 banners, this little guy here, this label thing, and the gold stickers and the twine. I'm using almost all of it up. Also dimensionals. So what else do we need in addition to those supplies? You need to have a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, and I try to stick with white or black when I'm doing these videos because I don't want you to have to go out and buy everything that Stampin' Up! Offers. But I am asking you to get white, 12 by 12 white, and then my recommendation for a cardstock color would be the Old Olive on this page. I'm also using a flower punch, and this one comes from our Itty Bitty Accents pack. And then I've got some foil doilies just to add a little more glimmer. You don't need those necessarily, but you gotta get them. And then we have some gold glitz dazzling details, it'll just add some more accent to it too. If you've been a past subscriber, you probably already received some glue dots in a past kit, so you don't have to go out and get those as well, but I'm using glue dots. And then the last thing is this stamp set is not the best for titles for a scrapbook page. Thinking of you, thanks, congrats, unless you're specifically doing a page on something like that. So what I did is I just pulled out a few other stamp sets that we have that would be great for a general scrapbook page. Grateful for You has a great saying in the For All Things stamp set. This one has quite a few. This is the Happy Happenings stamp set. Sweet Stack, sorry. Just as Sweet as Can Be. I love that title idea too. And then we have some Project Life stamp sets that are perfect for scrapbook wording and titling and graphics. And this one is my favorite. It's called Remember This. So hopefully those stamp sets will inspire you to pull out some of your stamp sets and see what you have for titles that will fit. And the title needs to fit into this little guy here, because that's going to be our title piece. All right, so let's start. With your trimmer, you'll want to cut in half all of these pieces, every one of them. So we'll go ahead and just start. So the card, you just cut that right in half, right on the score line. This is what I love. I love that these stamps match up and accent the images that are in this set. So we'll go ahead and mount one of our stamps, open up our stamp pad, and get to work. And because we have clear stamps, it is easy. I love these clear stamps. So you're just going to accent each one of these images like that. You'll go around the whole piece. You'll even do these little end pieces, and you'll come up with something like that. The next stamp, or the next paper, is this one here. So let's go ahead and put together our next set of stamps. We have these guys, and you'll need both of them. So let's go ahead and mount one for now. These are a little trickier, by the way, to line up. So when you do stamp them, you want to really eyeball it. Hey, I did it. So you'll do that whole thing, and you'll get that look. After you've done that, then we're going to add this flower, the large flower, to our clear block. And we're going to stamp 3 flowers, or 4, or whatever you can fit. I think I actually only did a couple out of this, but you're going to stamp, and you're going to stamp again. And after you've stamped a few flowers out of this piece and out of the flap, so you're going to use the flap of this envelope here, you're going to take your paper snips and you're going to hand trim. Yes, I'm sorry, a little fussy cutting here. But look what you come up with. Beautiful little flowers. You only have to do 3. You don't have to do 4 or 5. Okay, after that's done, you've got pretty much all of these pieces ready to go. The last stamping that you'll want is on your banners. Now we cut these in half, and I thought that these little doodads here looked really nice on them, so I stamped one on one side and one on the other. And these will accent your title piece that will go across, if I can pick it up here, go across the top of your page. And it makes it look like a longer banner when you have something over the top in the middle like that. Okay, so this is where you'll stamp whatever title you want for your page. Let's go ahead and start assembling now. I zoomed my camera out so you can kind of get an idea of where I'm thinking for the layout, the final layout. So I put the 8.5 by 11 directly in the middle, and I'm going to slice it at 4 1/4 inches. So let me zoom back in a little bit here, and we'll just start working on a few of these pieces. We're going to slice at 4 1/4 inches this way. So we have 2 pieces ready to go on each page. And now I can go ahead and take and work with one page at a time. I added this piece first because it kind of directs where the rest of the pieces are going to go. So that's stuck down. We'll go ahead and add this. To connect it with the other one so it flows really well, we're going to lay them right next to each other. And we're going to add this piece down first so it connects with the other old olive sheet. And now we can move that page aside and add the rest of these items. There are a few other pieces that we want to prepare before we finish this whole layout. One of them is to take this white piece. Now we haven't added this to the card yet, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the stem. There is a stem image in this stamp set, and we're going to mount it to our clear block so that we have, now I'm going to make sure I got the stamp part of it, there it is, so that we have it going nice and straight. And if you need to, you can, line it up over the top of your grid paper like this, make sure it's going straight, and then you grab your ink pad and you start stamping lines. Start from the bottom and go all the way up to the top so that you have a look like this. This is our little journaling piece, so we can add some words and thoughts to our page. Another thing that I want you to do is take this little itty bitty flower punch thing and punch out a few flowers from that envelope that we had. So that's where those other two pieces were used. Then we will be using some of the twine and some of these accents and this stuff here. So let's see how we're going to use that. This half circle decorative paper piece I already backed with our gold foil, our half of our gold foil, and I put dimensionals on the bottom and the middle section so that the top part here is left with just regular adhesive, the regular snail adhesive. Now what I'm going to do is take this twine, and this is really a trendy, very trendy thing that people are doing. Sorry, grabbing my scissors here. And we're just going to make a couple loops. Snip it. We're going to stick it down, and then we're just going to spread it around here to make it look like it's squiggles. I don't know how else to describe it. It's very fun and festive looking though. So we've got these little squiggles going on here, and now we can put our extra dimensional down. If I can find it, there we go. So that our piece sits just as high all over our page. And let's add that to our page. Whoops, there goes the gold glitz stuff. Okay, we're going to add that here. Oops, got to get the backings off of all of these. You know what, I'm going to shift this one dimensional just a tad because it's sitting on top of all this twine and we don't want it too bulky. There we go. Isn't that fun? And then our journaling piece will slip underneath our red piece, and make sure that you've got space, the most space here and the least space down here, because when you write, you're writing above the line. We'll just tuck this up under. Like that. And then we've punched out our little flowers, which we will add with glue dots. Oh, one more before I stop the video and do something really quick without you seeing it. We're going to add, let's just add a little leaf here. What side? This side here. There we go. So I'll add these. I'll be back. I didn't mean to be so secretive there. There was nothing going on off camera that you missed here, except I just added some gold glitz, and it would have taken forever to show it to you. So I just squeezed a little bit of that on all over on the inside of those little tiny flowers. And on the other page here, I did the same thing right over there. So just added the gold glitz dazzling details. Some little loop-de-loops here, some more gold accent stickers, and if I zoom out, let's see if I can do that, you can see the 2-page spread. There it is. Ta-da! Last project. The last project that I'm going to demonstrate in this video is another fun gift idea. We're going to use the dimensionals from the kit, this card base that was left over from our first project, this envelope and the matching cards, and actually we're going to use 2 of those cards. We're going to use the green banner. We're also going to use this circular printed piece, the stamps and ink. And besides the paper trimmer, scissors, adhesive, that sort of thing, I'm also adding in one of our foil doilies, and this time I'm going to use the silver, because if you're going to get that pack, you want to use both silver and gold. So I'm just going to show you that you can use silver on this kit. And then we're going to use some sticky note paper. Okay, so let's start by trimming down our base piece. We're going to trim this down so that it's 4 1/4. Oops, this way, 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we have to open this up so it's easier to trim. We're slicing it off, slicing off 1/4 inch, so that this is 3 1/4 inches wide. And then we want this to be 4 1/4. And you can either slice them separately or get a nice strong blade so you can slice them totally off together. The other piece, we want just half of the card. Same size though. 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then after we set that aside, we're going to take this piece here and we're going to score it just one section in half. So if this is 4 1/4, half of that is 2 1/8. And we're just going to put a score line right there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and fold it, but we're going to fold this in the opposite way than you would think to fold it. All right. This is 3 inches and this is 3 1/4, so we have to take off 1/4 less. So if this is 4 1/4 inches, we want to make this 4 inches. We're going to go ahead and add that to our Sahara sand layer. Let's make that score line be at the bottom though. Okay. Next we want to stamp this piece. And we'll set those aside for just a minute because we want to first put this together here. So we've folded it into a Z fold, and they call it a Z fold because when you turn it this way, you can see the letter Z. That makes sense, doesn't it? We're going to put adhesive just across this top flap. And starting towards the bottom, we're going to try to line everything up. This piece will go on top. That's crazy fun. Holy cow, I think I went flower crazy on that one. And then this piece will go across the middle. Oh, it's not too bad once you put the banner on. And then last, we will add some Post-it notes. Now, or sticky notes, sorry. You want it to fit inside the envelope, and that's why I cut this down just slightly so that it would fit in there. Of course, these banner pieces, I don't know if you noticed, but they do stick out a little bit when you're trying to fit them on the envelope on this card, the original card. Yeah, oh well. And so keep that in mind as you're putting this together, that you might want to, maybe we can fold those in, and then when the person receives it, they can fold them back out. Oh, that's a great idea, Rachel. Yay. So this is something fun for a coworker, something that they can sit on their desk. I'm tilting it towards you so it keeps popping open. But you'll just stick these sticky notes down here like that, and they've got their own little desk accent. And you're thanking them for whatever. I don't know. Maybe being a friend or backing you up when you were late for work. And then you can stick this in the envelope and give that to them. So it fits really well when you trim it down. And plus the Post-it notes look really great on that size. And here are the projects that I shared in this video. The 12 by 12 layout, the candy with the fun tag, the Post-it note holder, little easel card, and then of course I shared with you the cards that you can make from the kit contents. Thank you for watching. It builds creativity to think outside the box. Be sure to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so that you can catch more paper pumpkin videos that I've shared using past kits and more that I'll share with future kits. Also, be sure to visit my blog at stampyourartout.com so you can view close-up photos of these projects and see photos of other paper pumpkin kit ideas. Oh, and yes, to see some extra exclusive project ideas, get your Paper Pumpkin subscription started with me as your demonstrator. I hope you all enjoyed this video tutorial. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.